Adesma my makwa Adom TV kase enene yede ebro efi summary ekopem se no so ebebo edon hwe kase a yensa aka ene yede nam na ensem no de eduma kotene bi ene se efiri a yebekwa akrofum eho ene yebehya ase de efiri na akrofum awrahosam ne se esuframa jampantulu bi ama na homene so ama ekowiase asese dan ene ajapade ahodo bi obetemu ensem ansa na osofo a wohwe nsase ne mu ne pa wonsem so de nsemato dwase de nam so a apeate Turenchem esi ye nyina ene se maxam dwumako ne nyade wudi emra so ekwan efa so a yede to paye ne ade ekom yame ahodo eno so mu nsem ebeba ansa ne akosene west emra hye bedwane ho se ene ensu ore ade bechi ye nyansu nti ye chensu amankrofo no ebe ya nke fa akonu ase nyina da na nke ntwa so nsem bi eka we hu na me obidum bie kwakwa dukumi enwumre mekenkan ede ama ye na ye homra ye ba ye bebo ewram Yamakwa babion afa yemunwa ensem nankasam ye hyase na ya danse akrofrom ene ne potem ho ne ye hyase ede afri na awrehosam a asie ene sensu frama jampanturu bi ama na homene so mekura ye frese kofi nyame samra mekasai ne ne okupie ma dane awrehosam esanso omanfo dodo na do no ma aseye omanfo a ensuo atwiafa wo no modan mu a asese wo niema ene adom kase atwetwe nkomo ene wori tu dwase wo niema pii ene asese ne sente be yanka aban ene nadom adwumaku emeye wo no mmoa ochese emu enkrata emofra disua de ene niema bi a eso Ghana sidi mpemienu ene ne nyina asese
enra na mni hase me ko gromisa me wada my wife frame say me dan so apa intimate ka entambai e bana dan so atu afri so kra edan nyina nnuane nyina ne chance dan nyina atu afri so kra interna dwono e mai ho kyere yen into bi dan no yesrei ne yie ne mo nyina kogum ne da ho na dwono e ma de kyere into yesrei aboafo se omomode asometmi aboy kakra resi ama ankra no mkosku ma ne ene omantri ankosku resi omontare nyina foi
ya mehwa asem frama be peja ye dan ya ye dam no so ti e ma ye ne ma nyina sai mo be magmiensa amaje ka ne ba mfiri a ichese metua mo no magmiensa ba ko bia 3 million anwane ntosande abom mu amayes wonam bibibia amba be ma ono so wo Jesus ne busa ya tonafi ni nyina nsuo na se no ye kuafo nso ye nema bin ma ye de ye yini nro ne nasefo nyina nsuo na guso ase ni nyina ti sese de gise mo adomfo eyeye moa assembly member owo abato bro no so ene Shaibu Mustafa no so ni adom kase atwetwe nkomo ade adosede eto ankorankoro no nyumaku ahodo anim sa da Roma omra no meye wo mmoa
nrem se frama na fire kase ewo krom ha no e ma padan so be miinu ewo ha mekra no wogum so no mo frame se dan so power em dimri ka behwe ya mi anim na enko yi kra na monfo da so nyina pa bebi o mbeda kra mpo no sese no e ho ayedin o mattress odi e o nyina sese nti yese na admo se o mbe mwa na bebi a frama no fire no sankrofo na eye nyame o mbe ye mwa enfambo wo na esre aban so o mo bi na enji obi a o betima aboa ye no o mbe ye mwa
Yanko memu mrahye bedwafie no so afọ ne hwe asase ne mu nipa ho nsem so ene ukopie mu memu mrahye bedwafie e de nsem kokoto dwane nyina afa apeate to paye to ye no no panyini wechema wose maxam dwumaku a enam omonsa so na sare hosemi esi ye ne nyade omudi mrakwan so enchemu a ode man panyufo ni abedwafo ehyiaye e wo mrahye bedwafie ne no mrahye bedwani Edubawa asembisa wode to so afa ohwensase ene odomankomaja pade anim ene se eye apeate ensama esiye e wo honom no wo munyinada ehun sempanyimfo eti committee esi honom a wo kache won se wonya hwehwemu e wo asem ne ho na ne wo bisa nyina ne se san hwehwemu na wo ye no akwakowie sen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources what the findings and recommendations of the APEATSE disaster reports are, and if the reports can be published.
Samuel Abujinapo Osoafo a wohwe odomanko agapade ho nsem so ejesa nsimbisa no anu yi a wode maaye ene se eyampa na committee no aye ne hwehwemu awi na de abeto abontene se eye adwumaku a wondin ene mazama wo motopaye enana egu ehyen mu ana nam kwan no so no ehyehyeye a ewo honom a esese enwuma kese bi sa edi so ansa no wode topaye anase enuboni bi efa ekwan so no sa hyehyeye ni nada wani so ne senti ene koma sa to renchem no esiye.
Mr. Speaker, the two reports established certain regulatory breaches on the part of MAGZA in the manufacture, storage, and/or transportation of explosives. Key among these are: 1. Failure to ensure that the transportation of explosives was managed by a certified explosive manager, contrary to Regulation 6.2a of Minerals and Mining Explosives Regulations 2012, LI 2177. 2. Failure to ensure that activities that involve explosives are carried out only by competent and certified persons, contrary to Regulation 6.2b of LI 2177. 3. Failure to ensure that the Code of Safe Working Practice developed for the transportation of explosives are followed, contrary to Regulation 11.1 of LI 2177. 4. Failure to ensure that the transportation of explosives was done under the supervision of a person with the required certificate of competency, contrary to Regulation 15.1a. 5. Failure to ensure that the transportation of explosives was carried out by a person with a business license to transport explosives, contrary to Regulation 15.1b of LI 2177. And 6. Failure to ensure that the explosives being transported are under the direct control of a person who has a certificate of
Yanto aso yeguswa wa apiate ensensem na emu na enei ukopie mu apiate a ekwan na ese ye na nam so nti ebobonka kase pa to pa ye to ye no abro ipuma kwam mpanyifo asisi kwan ne ene obi ano.
As we are all gathered here today, we are witnessing the road IR6 being open to traffic.
Sa ekwan yi a Swafo abi de kira wo hwe akwan ene akwantempon so akwako bi atomu no bosumi a etwemu ebra atorenchem esiye ewo apiate na enam so ma akwan no eseye kura na bra mevisin kansa boadi ekobi ekwan no tumu no na ode tunsom trofo nyina enemu se ekwan no wonu ma ye aduro hamu nchechemu aduro watwi no mu pe nanso esan se omanfo dodo na enedi so akoni abenti ene wabi atomu ede ama ahyenkafo ne sense ode ato ahyenkafo nyina enemu se wonu mu nam kwan no so a eya wonya abotre na enche kura hamu nchechemu dunu mu aka no obeye ama kwan no wawie no kura.
Thanking the Almighty God for seeing a new dawn. We are all aware of the unfortunate incident that happened on the 20th of January, the explosion that happened here. So then our president, AKROFUOM, has been as caring as he is. He sent a number of ministers here. And my minister was one of the first ministers to come here. When we came, we saw the situation on board, and I'm sure that you can all attest to it. There was a huge crater created here. I think it was about 20 meters long and about 10.3 meters wide. And fortunately for us today, as we are standing here today, our work is almost completed, about 85% work completed. And we are here to open the road to traffic. As you can see, extensive work has been done here. There are a few works to be done, the drainage work and a few safety signs. But I believe that it's in the right position if we open the road to traffic. And we are happy. We're happy. And I'm sure the good people of APEATSE and Ghanaians are equally happy. So as we can see, the work here is about 85%. The last time a minister came here, he gave us the assurance that in 2 weeks' time, hopefully, the road will be open to traffic. And as you can see, it is open to traffic. There are just a few works to be done, the drainage work and others. So we are giving ourselves about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or the total works here should be done. And the contractor should move from here to another site.
Yeah, Bono East, now copy more Bono East regional, and then Forestry Commission and Penny Force what the normal go up so said you'll be able to me a duty and pepe, and yet Ninaka Green in Ghana, Jumediana.
Adom Kasie and Isaac Noble Eshen Etwetwe nkomo en wodi to dwase wo Green Ghana project dwumadie no emuno Bonamantemo Forestry Commission wono mo edua enua opepe baako ene akiripom mienu ya woto apete mantem no nyina Ochwese Sunyane Forest District edua enua empema hensia ya Adoma Forest District enso edua enua empema henu de aka ye empema henu no mantem no mu office ene bedua ewo omanfo efie na enua afrase wodua ye mu ha mu chichemu aduokono de enyini ne sa Nisanti ewo de ewu no otimi edua bi esanan
20 million trees in Yamba baako 20 wa Ghana ina na eja fresh ye cheche no bono memu hade yande ye 1.2 million ye bom modern say ye nso so ye bekekan ye ho na sa 1.2 million no yatra ye Sunyane district Aisha forestry ase no omo target ye 600,000 seedlings. Now, Doma forestry side wants also then 400,000. Now, regional office and so any minimum staff, you target here 200,000. Now, Nina Bume 1.2 million.
And what you was aka to us say ni nye sedie enipa binum etwanua e wakwaye mu no na okere se wachini papi ya waje won mabobo ya wode ekọ kwaye ni mu ekotwa enua edugum esenti obetoto asere na nanom ahemfo sada roma wonfo wanu ntumu bi na wo mu a etwanua ye nya ne kwan so awo kwaye awoduo mu no obetimi abrano ase
ni egu he ya ordinary motor sam so ya sa motoken banfo friend abobo ya no omo ayi ekire bucket no na nsɛn ni amanfo ɛde wia ɛde sɛ enuaba wɔ kwae mu no because we ya ne sa tumi omo ya no mo apai nua no elodu egu ekire nti kwae mu be bia tumi wura nti ya nkrɔfo no so ya ne omo edi esi ɛya omo tumi esizi ya ne omo di esi omo dwane gyan ho ya kire omo at times ya kire omo na ya esizi mai omo efidie no aya moto na omo didi sa adwuma nti we mu na ya last year any early part of this year yes season wo forest no mu omo papa inua no ya chibi wo court ebi mu so sidwane ye
ye fra na de ni twem school feeding program omo akache empedfo ye omo adwene se na sentem ko omo ba bebiem nanso omo se omo twa sensen kakra esanse ka bi oso omo tutua ansa na eche omo bebiem a omo timi bebiem
Asuya ehwe gender children and social protection so eden krata beto montene so awonom echire mu se asuya no ate amanebo bia ekoso se Ghana school feeding program no wonom atwea sensen ankrata ni mu ene wachire mu se abra sisi abna dapa ya wo hwe echire se soafo a wo hwe sa asuya yi so ekwa hye bedwa mu na no woku ada obenimbo somre da neto so mienu ewa afimpinu ene aduonu mienu mu a na wo yi nsembisa bia no ede afa Ghana school feeding program ne ho no echire ena sansemi ebeto odwa wachire mu wonkrata ni mu se asembisa Albert Tetanyakote ya woye mrahye bedwani a wogina ma wono mu a woyi lokrobo edi tu dwa ene se asuya no ebetre school feeding program ni mu ede akọ schools ahodo bi a woyi lokrobo mensini ni mu ana na no yi asoafo a wo hye sa asuya so sisili abnadapa edi tu dwa ne se sesei de se wo betre school feeding program ni mu ede akọ emia ahodo bi no wonom atwentwen so kakra na nchiremu a wodi tu dwa ne se Ketresa wodi wonom kanyina no wopese otuatua wonom sika ema wonom ansana watumi edise adwuma no na wodi nkrata no ebe awiye no ena wodi tudwa se wonom ede nhyehyeye bebre egu akwan mu sebe ya wonom ede management information system ebeba na afi woni wonom a woka bi ewo mu edi nsawoso na wohwa kwan a obefa so atere school feeding program ni mu edi akwa emia hodo bi a ewo oman mu sa enkrata yi public affairs unit ya ewo asuya ehwe gender children and social protection so ena edibae
ye kwa ensafufuru mu a na ye hwe Ghana bosome obeka ya efiri na no edwada na ede bade ye to asio se eye Ghana bosome esansa ma Ghana kokoduam ye di a woda efinhia dusia enum na eno nam so amene Adom TV kase ya tiesi monten enoma wodo a ye hwe ene ye hwe ahwene buta ahwene de de to yasne de to yekomu san ene ho nsabsitie na den ene omanfo nim efa ho
ahwene de manage ho pa mom de manage ahwene ho
ewo man Ghana mu no Toma anasa ahwene edi akotene ewo ma ahosiesie mu yi pa Toma eka Ghana mamre ho ye wode de to yensa ye wode de to yekom ye wode de to yenan ena afei de ma edi gu esisi ewo ye Ghana manta man bumu no ene ye ni edi toma anasa ahwene dwedi achi ne yahwe se ekosoro anasa sen ene sitie ye ne toma dwedi fu bi nkomo bomu asenfu su no wo kire se toma no emema kura na to ne kese pa ntia ma dwedi ni ye
o manage ho pa o manage emema mpo ba ha beto bi emema beto pa mpo sene ema no
ese emema ne di toma dwane
sene ma kura me hande emema ne ba ha pa beto
am say identity
oh eno de o say ade e ka ema ne mema ho nti mo ba ha beto pa
mema ne to chen ma
sa
mema ne to chen ma ne pa
mema no to
o timi ni be kina 1 tokla be 1 million ai o mo to sene ma
o so de ko ere
o de ko ma na yere
oh okay na so mo awawe na to
na nkwa ma ya ne so mo plan foto mo o
okay o mo bo mo ne o mo plan foto
ai bu o ne plan ba bi so o no nko na eba se me to akoma ne fe de efe na me nto man bu o tumi enu ase bla bi be kina o antokoto be 3 million
okay to me dwedi phone bi nya daje ekire fofora ba mu no bi din
hene de ntwamu da fi se e wo ho ane ya different latest fofora sa ye den aba ne ya to ne din ebi kura wo ho a ye se ye frɛ no sancheck aware enso ye wa hene pankasa e wo crystals nti no de wo pa bia wo ba difference wo mu a ye sesem nti wa no ani beje wo kura wo twam no wani boso a etimi bring light of nyina wo ho
ememe bi ene adom kase di nkomo ne kire di nti a ama woni gi toma ho
se oba da hona so do nsa kokan etimi ma eniema ekoyi edema nti ahwene de manage ho pa ahwene de manage ho pa before ba kra na ahwene ngu na sina manage na se menini nyina ye pa bisa oba de also timi di ahwene egu sisi achi na yiusu o ye hu so ye oba ade ndo konkra do nsa kan no say yes ama wa ho ni bi a hu se bibi o
de so light ni nyina ye ne je ho
so nya kokwa a wo honam kakra saa na so honem pokua sisi ne ho so no age ne night na behwe ne sisi achi na ahwene eguo bebre saa no aha ma empem bro tumi ye de pa ntime de manage ahwene a opa me ho ne saa na mani age pa
afreda mo de amano boy efra sinfosu ene bradom kase
Fuani aji omafuani aji na urade wa dom na ko bius na san check na otum se ka ba fie ye na homa ye ba ye baka kohwe ensema sene MP wode atodwa senka ba ya enso na ye cheche no ye hwe ni ensia no Adom TV kase na yeguso aye be edema no ye koye nim de na ye de ni twemu ewo adanse ene ne mpotam we kura de KADJEBI na KADJEBI AKAN eho ena rehosema ama ne homene so ene se nsu ato ama ekowiase no enkwada be se miensa omko school kanye urade ne fa kwa mu anka no skofa asembae ni nyina ne se omeprepra
Insu kesi eto ye ewo otimantan mu apa school dan me no eso na no nam so ama asuafo ne pii eprepra wo bra mpanyemfo eda school ya no ene adom kase ahwetwe nkomo no na wo kyerem se esan su kesi ye to ye ehawa de abre school ne ntino enya de se asuafo no betumi aba school mu abeje nimde etitiri pan wona ewo won final year the senti ho behia se mprempre ya aban ebeye won.
Oh, we were in the classroom. The children were learning seriously. We have not closed by that time when the rain started with a very heavy rainstorm. It took us by surprise and took off the building by half of it. And this has affected mostly the JSS and the JSS 2 and the JSS 3 students. Right now, we don't have any class to move in. So we are appealing to NADMO and all other non-governmental agencies to come to our aid since our Form 3s are going to learn this time, preparing for their BEC.
The situation was serious because some of the woods hit some of the children, some by the head, some by the waist, and one by the hand.
When
the rain was falling and the roofing sheet was coming down, and all of us ran, and one of the roofing stick hit my hand, and the senior stripped my hand from me.
We were in the class before the rain started, and suddenly the rain started blowing. So before we realized that this thing, the roofing sheet started doing this thing, clearing away.
In the class when the wind started blowing, and we were also in the class, majority of the students were also afraid, and They were in the class when the roof went off. It started raining and the roof went off, and the teacher said that we should move to the ICT lab, and some of us were to the lab.
Assemblyman of KADJEBI Abatwam Peswaso Samuel Kofi Menu enso kaka ho se de si ye no na ahometi ye enti of akonya ne so e de adesre eto KADJEBI District Assembly na mpanyimfo no bi enim se womba wo mo na school no emfa na ntoma pa emfra.
It was a heavy rainfall, and this school was blown off by the wind. So we are pleading to the NADMON through the Assembly and the government. They should come and help us put up a new building, and then we see how the children can participate in the.
I remember some of course we panyimfo a omo ete oti omo nkan kwa na ababonte dia de sedia to dwa. Ghana Education Service panyina ono so mpotemo ese what's pass and kebeya ankomanfo mrame bo ase de beya on betime school dan no foforo e de amadisuafo.
Sensu brantam ye toye ewo KADJEBI ene ne mpotemu enam so ma schools ahodo bi so epaye ekire no Adom kase amane boni obempomba ke owusu akobontoa ewo schools mu bia na wokohunu se KADJEBI Roman Catholic School ene KADJEBI EP Central JHS eyo schools ahodo a wonom adan so epaye bi PRO a woda Ghana Education Service ano Bernard Osei e de atudwa se ewo mu se mpanyinfo a wonom eda schools ya no wonom ahye adesua ene adekire ase ewo ensori ene libraries ahodo a ewo krom honom de nso ehu behia se ni manimu ya no obenya moa se be ya obesiesie school dan no ama adesuafo no akotoa wonom adesua so
dan no so pae no enti na no pay ya de honante ya be EP benimfo ho NRS benimfo ho se omo mayeye mua ohwe sese a assembly no ya shede ni skapapa GS nso skabie ni ho a ya beka se ya de yensiesie bia na wose asori no eye EP ene RC omobamu na ombebu aye na yetumi besiesie school dan no emprimpring ara na ema nkwala no pe baby papa etna nanso ansa na ye be sa na ema nyina no ya pe baby ama nkwala na ombetna ho esuade ansa na ebia asori no ene assembly abamu enti we na so far ya ye aye di bua se nkwala no benya baby papa atna esuade abempinyi papa amayedachi
Samuel Kofi Menu assemblyman ewo mpotemu honom no no so e de adesrede ato nadmu ene empanyinfo a wonom ensem ewo bie enemu se wo me school no emoa sebe ya adesuafo no betumi asiase esua wonom ade biom
ye school koda no omo homa bebre asai anti ye stress se ebia obi wo school reading books anase owo even notebooks anase exercise books out the family no ebeda na se we ye bodawro Africa jebi manyina won awo fie ni won awo amano ni nyina se won bra na won bedom ye fi se dia abaya su asusin ye se na be ya ye school koda no betimi akọ school ani temu
enu achiri ana Joseph Beku ya we district nadmu officer enso ede nsem sei etudwa
le ya ba ehwese nia ebe mu school kola no mo de no hia edikan ko bebi emba no beko akosua de no hia ye ya move bi no makoko asori dem bi no makoko new blocks bi no ma ebe ma omatimi asua de ansa nti mbepam no na edisi nso omoko workshop nti ona mo kwanzo ade nti ona mo kwanzo close ye de eba
Yefra na afia de ni chemu o memu mrahye bedwafie bio na sne west mrahye bedwani opanyine twuma mpofo ene ne wode nsem etudwa se mansu kroji dwumako ebe ya nko mo nto o mo se de na sentem enso no mo cheche ne sope no ade ha adwene o mo hwe no mo nto ho na mo
Emrahye bedwani a wasane west kwa metwumasi ampofo ensem bisa obisa osoafo a wohwe ensuwansuwa enwonsam so Cecilia abnadapa enese na nsem mu Ghana enso ho ayeden pa na obekọ emmeamia bi no na enso wonya bi na wotwe na saa asemi aha omanfo bebra obi biara eguso eka wasem ne sent na sem bisa wode to osoafo yi anim enese enhyehyeye be na mpanyimfo aye ewo saa ade ne ho.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister of Sanitation and Water Resources what immediate corrective measures the Ministry is taking to address the rationing of water in the country, since water is life and people cannot live without it.
Cecilia Abnadapa etesa asemi na no ya wode maaye ene se empanyimfo ede nhyehyeye egu akwam a wobehwe se Ghana ha baby biara ensu ebekọ honum.
Non-governmental organizations, civil society organizations and private water providers are also involved in the delivery of potable water. The Ghana Water Company, which is responsible for potable water supply to all urban communities in Ghana, currently operates 91 urban water supply systems throughout the country. The average production from these systems is about 871,496 cubic meters per day. That is 192 million gallons per day. While the present potable water demand is estimated at 1,131,818 cubic meters.
Yenko APEATSE kubi na okupi mu ewo ho nso a ene empanyimfo se wosere pa se wanton yare awunya no aduru wo pesika kakra ene mwa deke center wo pese obi bi wo mpotamo na agyan kwan so etimi unya ba bi obetena obetimi asuade.
Ananoma wo APEATSE kubi ewo biakoye mansimu wo otimantama de swede a wode to aban ene ankrankra won hya aban ase enim ne se emofra nketenkete a wo honom no wo nsusu ku hu hia pa ne sent wona de swede nyina ne se empanyimfo betimi abebo mo enya ba bi a emofra ebesua de a eyesu ku dan na okoji aman asiedu kram ede sa de swede eto empanyimfo animu ensam a wodan na di ene se empempi no empunto biara a woye wo honom no wo ankasa ene keka won hu bom eyesa adwuma no ne sent afi won ho akire won pa wode wona de swede eto aban anim
want to be woman mu a enye abana aye omana kasa aka no ho abom asi chips compound aban aye mwa woman nurse omana kasa ka no ho abom aye water project a NGO bi ababa boaye se bi asase na omode aye no si so ne bi aye no nyina omana ede ma wo ya nyiska bia safe water project police stations so oman and a high premises and the refurbish aman and the police station ewo apisuku cruise projects in the school does the pie and no ya hwa yetimi ya de ho ka NGO
na nesi edukram esa de so se de abri biara won kro na na boaboa won ho no wogidi e pa se ebre edu se aban eba won sra aban mu
ye nyina no ntrese ma aban no ma no boy nti ye hwe animu se aban no beba beboa at any point in time no ye to ye nsa frɛ aban na omra na obeso yase ye boy ye homodi ye no se aban timi nya nyama nyina maye nti ne ye boy ye homodi ye wa reshi mu so se sia ne se ye boy ye homodi nti aban beba beboa ye wo apisuku bi kuru bi mu hai ya fa ye ntuma papa no afura
Ochwechwe ni pen na wo suku ba kuma ehon so wo pe kindergarten bi ama mofresua de wom Eric Adams enso editor Ghana for ni titu ene wona wo free APEATSE bi a wakodi abrochiman enim ne say wo mu nada emfa wo mu a emeboa.
That's has been mentioned by Nana in the earlier presentation. You know, the government alone cannot do everything for us. Our KG block, because of age, was more or less a death trap. For that matter, we had to call on other hands in the community to help.
Tema na MPP amanyuko echita for afidi twe adane mabo ni nyina fa abato a ekoso no eho.
Wonom a wohwe ne mu kwan se wobeto abama wonom ama wanya dibre ewo MPP amanyuko ni mu ewo tema East abato mpesua so no echire mu se wonom de eniama ewo se woye ansana polling station abato no akoso no wode nyina agu akwam ana bibia ekoso kama nanso empanyinfo bi a wonom eda amanyuko na no ewo mensini nim honom no wonom ebo nnwo san hyehye no so wonom da ne di se nanka wonom eya ahoboa se ene ya woi anopapa na nanka wode abato no ebe hyehye so nanso wonom honom mpofiri mu an wode betu wonom anim se enura wia ena wobeto saaba no amanyoko mabia wonom ewotema East ede wonsem eto yamani boni no ani
now for 1 year elections now and then your urban is up to them. They should take it like that. A man will be a mechanic officer will be a skate and brown. I will super and a man will be a skate and brown. Make a book in us. Buguru, Buguru, Massa, Mama want to one, Massa, Mama want to one, what he said. So I'm going to 100 if you are
nipa 100 no so obia wo nipa 10 wo tie ni so omu yi 100 a omu hu say mo yi times 10 afi ni seat no omo luzu nti woni ma won fa cent plafon nka ho ne ye nyina ekoto abade omu yi fi ma e be make sure say 100 no obia be nya 100 ya ka na sana ya to abade what nti won fa won shem ne ye nyina ye ekoto abade fe obia nsisi obi ye nyina ya to mi luzu a mebua na ya campaign ba so wi mi fi mu dia enya aduma me ya campaign against nti media me catch up asa kokrodu pedi fo amwa ni se ele ka ti so o mo papa ka mo ye na mo ye no o so boye to papa ye na mo ye no o mo se wa se pata to ma isi ha no o mo se pata no so mo mo ha se ma ye ni fi e se ye se ne be se to ma isi ha no e se papa
Eti dia kwaso e wotema MPP mum no ye bedan ye ho aba ye ba akase ne dia ka ne dos ne de bebro ya makwa ba biwa pomudi mu nsam ye bo e de room dia panyimpa a wono ne hwem pomudi mu nsam so wo enkran kopon mu dia todwa sei miamia hodo be se aduonu mensa de o mu sisi a sabia nketenkete wo ho se de be ya o manfo yare a obetime nya yare
Panyi kwankyerefo a woda Greater Accra Regional Health Services ano Dr. Charity Sapon e de atudwa se sane semantamu hanom no wono mo pese enyarewa bi te se mojamroso ene esiche yare otu ase adi firi o mamu kurenti no ene nam so a ama wono mo ate community wellness clinics e wo mensini ahodo bi mu e wo nkranmantamu hanom na nkyeremu no ena woda na die se Science omanfo dodo na wo hono mo a wo yare a won pese obitu anamon akwa yare sabia ma pomuden adwuma efo ahwe wo mu nti ena ma wono mo nso esijina yese wo be yesa ade ese ne be ya apomuden adwuma efo na nkasa ebeto omanfo e wo no mu fie no wa free wonom na se koba se sa yare wa bi e wo wono mo ho a watumi ahwe wono mo wa abrampo a wonya nko yare sabia kora.
Some of our districts Ometimi setting up community wellness clinics. Yeah, 23 community wellness clinics. Yeah, that's not twaso afi. You be screening obibia. Enti say bia umoja na ekosra. You be timi hunentem ansakra na abe ye bibi ebe hawo. So we see train na ye you be timi hunentem ni aso ano. Na ye start ye no ni ye wo hospitals nkwanti say no. Who buy your hospitals and can see any who made me besides a wellness clinic no will be a better no I show up day. They featured last year no near say no yeah the Beko community no more because you'll be an Asabi or Beba hospital and you already know yeah what district be our communities and our communities we are falling within community health a chip zone and here the wellness clinic no call community no more and timra yeah nurses and only apomodin for eco fie share apem for any woman na almost so affect so share obia o fiduemu ho na pomodin sem nti wo ye sha edru baby a wo be hia hospital ni aka say ebia say no baby a umoja Bosone drew no, I was a call hospital near link to a hospital.
Ajadi Munsam Yamon Fangweme, Abetuja sent from a Jarisabua gas LPG to see Empenufo Betum. Now, your testimony to Ghana, this should be at a Trenco Mobi say, dear Cosuni, my drink show.
Make what to be dear, and the begin where I say, and the begin where I say. And the bidia crano, say gas, ya two. Oka, near the Ashe Corona. Bibia, what will be levy? Yen levy that, yen chia, a buy wakeska. One yes, say, you would ye who crow mine, none will buy so be queer, one by so be G.
Okay, send me Tisca on a dear air, dear. Bow my team say, Sunny Manina, cran eba. Initiate and a bear. Tiabaco Kitam Cacaca. I'm a power couldn't be any. They made me hono.
Madame, I feel bad. If he's a veteran, my feel bad, sir. Because I'm more than what the boy, what I say. There be a two. It's all you want to say.
And the way the gas prices are increased, we are too scarce. Like me, I do delivery. You see the cylinders. I do delivering service. First, the 14.5 was 100, like 85 CD previous. Like right now, the 14.5 is 141 CD. The 3 kg, that's 17 CD, now it's 35 Ghana CD. So the economy is too hard. First, I used to deliver cylinders more than 30, 40 a day. But now, the maximum will be like 20, and the minimum will be like 5 of 10 rounds. And you are done for the day. Because the people don't have money to buy the gas. So because of that, it affects our work.
Yabeda yan ho aba yeba can see mun some yede bebro. Mavis Avonyo Mrs. Fire Lady Papa be adorable lady on the bebro.
Mama akwa de bagu can see so Mavis Avonyo Fire Lady adorable lady. This doll Papa be nam den sem ne brass dan come Menes Beauty Palace one on na yemi kama edema me friend was 0244 211 106 so be CC na bibia konkan ede ama na nungwa Beyonce so ene ye me makeup kama ede ema me na me konsem no mu dia ahye ne so se eye new EDUBIASE constituency womo MP hard working MP Adams Abdul Salam Abrantie wo bone homodem papa na wokopiem wo parliament dia wotimi kasa ema chese koye edema no waka bi e wo parliament a wo chese ye new EDUBIASE sports stadium a womo sha ase se womo AC no 6 years ni nanso ase wo matu ne jeje mu nti wo stress parliament for any minister of youth and sports enkasa na one contractors nenkasa na wo ntimi complete ASR stadium no enfama new EDUBIASE.
Mr. Speaker, you know that the project has a lot of community interest, and I see the Ashanti Regional Minister in the chamber. He has had the occasion to answer a lot of questions on the project from our chiefs and people from my constituency. And I know, Mr. Speaker, you personally have a lot of interest in this project as it will serve, a lot of purpose in the Adansi enclave. So for such an important question, I think that we need, answers. My constituents need answers to when the contractor will come to site and why the project has been abandoned for 6 years.
Once every from the Black Maidens of Ghana, one way to find Enra Akopiem was Senegal. Ni nyina say one more akono World Cup qualifiers and a one more airball. One more the young Teranga Lionesses of Senegal and a day ebeshe so edamemenda. Na one more edikan aye training to say bibia air courses. Yonkoti senia emunsem etie.
And they were expecting that whatever that we have taken them through, when we get into the game, at least we will start to see one of them coming to work, because this age group is actually a group that we want to develop so much. Even though we're going into competition, but then I'll be expecting to see certain things from them, because it's a long-term plan that we have for them. And so within the long-term plan, we are looking at for small things that will tell us that we are actually on course. And so my expectation is not so high, but I'm expecting to come back with at least a very respectable scoreline, because this is the start of our campaign. And I've been talking to them, I've been telling them that everybody should take their time, because this is the first time some of them I haven't seen the airport. This is the first time some of them will play. This is going to be the first time some of them will play football.
Yeah, me dey to me so workra no national say beef alert. Na beef di enka Ghana ha dey yenim say anka secular musicians no na one more beef wo na sabre sports administrators beef na baswe dey tell say ora kujofia no ya we gal ka chairman wono na wo bepie mu wo fire for fire so ewie ya countryman song go ebisa ne say ora kwaku frimpon ya wodi ash gold enim wo dey nsembia to just say ogidi say wo na wo sabotage nti na ama ash gold enkoso no watu bi di ama no say enye koko ene yeton koko eduro ene yeton na mu football de wo ya no wa concentrate here.
Football business.
More fire.
Let me borrow from Honorable Yitimensa.
More fire, yeah.
A serious business.
Sir.
Oh yes, football is
a serious business.
Every out TV actually eton koko edura.
More fire.
Very simple.
Oh really?
Oh yes. Say my yam eduro we to be prostate cancer.
More fire.
Say. Very easy. Very easy. But football, it is not about players about 2 o'clock in our mobile. There be Football is serious business. Asana, we be investing in
bonfire.
Also, who say it could go bad.
So if it's
look at the number. Look,
he has a problem.
Even the mere fact say the mere fact which is coaches say we see some boxers and he just say I don't need.
Oh, as go chairman in Nimu.
Check the number of coaches that have been.
Who purchase it? What's the signing boxes?
I served as go 12 years.
It would need
to kind the number of coaches. I mean, sir, for 12 years.
Bonfire.
Kweku frimpon di asembeba we de enya asem ketwa etine ho ensem kakra mempenyifo eboabo no ma me de ebro ne Mavis Avonyo Fale di ajobo lady Visda papa bi yetwa so edede akana bro
Enigide mu nsam ye mo enfanguro mu na ensroma wonim dada se free sem kwada yi season wo mo hyase no se de si tonyo mo manfo twom na so na nya agokora na inshaba na watwi sen ene no ma esiko de ma no yenko ne yenko famra Yenyina was na kase de brem ene ne famra na wie diam je so yo bedum bi kwakwa dukumi adom to me ya ye be sanso hye bon yakra mo nyina bye bye.